The sun shone and runs came aplenty for the West Indies on day 4 as England clawed their way back by the end of the day. This is how a riveting day's play panned out. Joseph rides his luck. Brooks and Brathwaite solidify the West Indies. And Stuart Broad turns the heat on. After a washout on day 3, the sun shone bright on day 4 in Manchester as it seemed like a perfect day for Test match cricket. And a perfect day it was as night watchman Alzarri Joseph and opener Craig Brathwaite continued batting from day 2 and they were unperturbed. Alzarri Joseph riding his luck. He was dropped by Ben Stokes in the slip cordon off Chris Woakes and also was reprieved on a run-out chance. And by the time he was done batting, he had stitched together a 50-run stand with Craig Brathwaite and put the West Indies in a very solid position. Out came Shai Hope, who was as calm as ever as Hope and Brathwaite took the West Indies to lunch without any further damage. On the other side of lunch though, Craig Brathwaite seemed solid, but Shai Hope was soon gone. Sam Curran coming into action very soon after lunch. Craig Brathwaite though did encounter a small period of trouble with Stuart Broad, who was swinging the ball and also getting it to do stuff off the seam. At one point, almost getting out LBW, being saved only by an umpire's call on impact. And then something strange happened in the 42nd over. Inadvertently, Dom Sibley applied saliva on the ball, prompting the umpires to take the ball, sanitize it, warn Sibley of these actions, and get to play again. But there were no issues for Craig Brathwaite, who was batting out there solid as ever. This time alongside Shamara Brooks as the two stitched together yet another 50+ partnership for the West Indies in this innings, their third of this innings. And by the time they went to tea, West Indies had just 43 runs to make to avoid follow-on. But on the other side of tea, things seemed to be moving in favour of England. As first, Ben Stokes came and got Craig Brathwaite cotton bowled. Then England took the new ball and Stuart Broad did his thing. He moved the ball in the air, he moved the ball off the pitch, got Shamara Brooks out LBW, his first wicket in the game after 124 balls. But he didn't stop there. He then got West Indies' hero from the last game, Jermaine Blackwood, and then got Shane Dowrich as well. But there was one man who stood his ground for the West Indies and ensured that West Indies did not have to follow on. Roston Chase, adding to his fifer from the first innings, now scored a half century. And by the time England were done with Roston Chase and the West Indies tail, West Indies had ensured that they had no reasons to follow on and also ensured that the England lead was just 182 runs. When England came out to bat, the brief seemed very simple. Go out there, score as many as possible, as quickly as possible to make sure that West Indies bat as soon as possible. As out walked Ben Stokes and Jos Buttler, two of their most ballistic batsmen. But plan A did not seem to work for England as Jos Buttler chopped one on from Kemar Roach of the 4th ball of the innings. Roach came back to get Zach Crawley out as well, and by the end of the day, it seemed like England were trying very hard to get those runs as quickly as possible. England have made their intentions very clear. They are in it for the kill. But the West Indies have also shown that they are not backing away from a fight. Day 5 still has all 3 results possible, and that is why it sets up this test match for an exciting finish on the final day.